Hi everyone, I am Varin Gill. Welcome to my page, Sacred Journey with Varin. This video is about the upcoming new moon in the sacred sign of Scorpio. Just a little bit about me. I am Varin Gill. I do many things. I started off by learning Sekhem energy healing over 20 years ago, which is an Egyptian healing modality. Since then, I have certified as a yoga teacher, a somatic dance instructor. I am a priestess. I do Vedic astrology. I'm a tarot reader, and I do ancestral wisdom. I am very passionate about helping women reconcile with the wisdom of their womb, their bodies, because we have so much embodied wisdom that gets locked away until there is an event in our life that forces us to bring it back and use it in our lives for the creation and betterment of the future generations. So I love doing that for women. I love recalibrating them back to their wombs. So that's a little bit about me. Now, this beautiful new moon in Scorpio, wow. Some people are going to call it a big new moon, the biggest new moon of the year. As far as I'm concerned, every moon, full new, every day the moon is speaking to us in a language that we just don't understand, but it's giving us a lot of wisdom. It is teaching us lessons that we're here to learn and integrate into our lives so that we do not repeat them in future. Ultimately, wow, even the thunder is agreeing with me. Ultimately, what is karma? Karma is repeating and repeating the same way of being that is causing something that we do not want. And the day we change that pattern, we change our destiny, we change our karma. And the moon is a huge asset in that process. You just have to learn to love and listen to the language of the moon. My birth chart, my own personal birth chart, is very much geared towards moksha. There are certain houses in your birth chart that will tell you what your main propensity in this lifetime is. And my birth chart is its propensities towards liberation. So I'm very grateful that every time I meet someone and I work with them, I discover so much about them that heals me. Thank you, Thunder. Now, this Scorpio new moon, the sun, the moon, Mercury in retrograde, and Mars are currently in the sign of Scorpio. A little bit about Scorpio. Scorpio is the sign of power. It is the sign of deep tantra. It is the sign of occult, hidden wisdom, lots and lots of esoteric metaphysics wisdom. It is the sign of humiliation, shame, all these emotions that lock a part of us away that we do not want to go to. But the moment we unlock it, the alchemical power that sits under it, when you can speak openly about what you're shamed about yourself, what humiliations you've been through, what it is that has made you feel small. The moment you do that, you become huge. Your power increases. So Scorpio teaches us that power is not some Spider-Man web or this ability, like a K-pop, what's that K-pop Demons, that amazing movie that's on Netflix at the moment. I really enjoyed it. But it does teach us a little bit more about power. It is not the ability to use these magical things to kill a demon. There's a lot of people pleasing that comes with that element. Having these gifts, sometimes it makes us feel bigger, right? And that's why we think we want these gifts. But sitting under all the gifts is the power of regulating your emotions. Because you can have all the power in the world, but if you do not know how to use it, you don't have any power. And power is rooted in your ability to understand and make magic, rhythm, music, synchronicities from your emotions. Your emotions are a language that are speaking to you all the time. And I'm not talking about, the fleeting sadness or the fleeting pain. I'm talking about the chronic stuff that you do not want to deal with. There is so much magic there. And this Scorpio new moon is piercing into that. It is also the sign of secret. So many secrets are going to be revealed during this time. And I'm not talking about just on the day of the new moon. Secrets are something that come out whenever they do, but a new moon and a full moon, the build up to the key energies of these moons start days before the moon. So the secrets have already been revealed, or they're going to be revealed after the new moon. The build up to the moons is when things are the most powerful. Now remember, a new moon is when the sun and moon are conjunct at the same degree, right? The sun is not giving any more rays to the moon. The moon is absolutely dark. It's known as a dark moon. In Sanskrit, it is called Amavasya. And Ama means purification. So the moon and the sun are being purified into a brand new cycle of alchemy. You've heard that we learn in spirals, not linear. The moon is one example of our life learnings. When we can work with the moon cycle, we start to live life completely outside the bounds of a system that was not created by nature. You become nature when you start to work with the moon. So this new moon, with the darkness in Scorpio, is pointing towards those aspects that we have been avoiding. They create big triggers in our life. But at the same time, these triggers are around the energies of wisdom. Now, there's a big divine feminine aspect to this moon as well, because the 8th house, the aspect of Tantra that sits in the 8th house, relates to the divine feminine. I'm not sure if you know about the Sri Vidya goddesses, the 10 Sri Vidya goddesses, starting with Kali, Lalita, Tripura, Sinduri, Tara, this lineage of 10 goddesses, tantric goddesses. This is very much rooted in the sign of Scorpio. And these goddesses, whilst they speak of occult and deep gifts that each one gives us, the ability to use those gifts, the integrity and the ethics that come from the emotional security that sits under them, that these goddesses provide during moments of our life when we think we're in the unknown. But that is exactly where we're meant to be for alchemy to happen. These goddesses, their wombs are that unknown. And when you feel you're in the unknown, you're actually in a womb of a goddess waiting for that process of rebirth. Take in the magic, take in the wisdom, take in the lessons. Just listen during this new moon. New moons are, as I mentioned, Amavasya, deep times of purification, a wonderful time for long periods of meditation. If you can handle it, if you're able to give yourself that time. On a more practical level, with this new moon, it is wanting us to really recalibrate with our authentic purpose, our authentic desires in our life. So listen to the signs of this new moon. It is wanting a redirection. Now, we're in a number 9 year, as you know. We're in number 9 year. And next year, we're entering a number 1 year. So there's a lot of things that are ending, that are being destroyed this year to allow for the new to happen next year. So if you're facing delays, if you're not able to make certain decisions because some information hasn't come through, know that next year there may be much more clarity than right now. Maybe right now you're invited to live in a womb, in the metamorphosis stage. We don't just, a butterfly doesn't just get wings as a caterpillar. It needs to go through its metamorphosis. So this new moon is speeding up that metamorphosis stage by bringing up stuff that we're still not wanting to acknowledge, but the secrets will push us forward. It's going to make us realize things that we may never have realized before, that it's time. for these things to crumble, and it's time for us to start taking baby steps towards something new. So in line with this new moon, at the next December 7th, I am holding a workshop around recalibrating your womb to the works of, the needs of your ancestral lineage. Many of us are not able to work with our womb cycle for reasons such as, we're very busy, we've never understood it. And I'm not talking about just your menstrual cycles. I am referring to your feminine energy. Many of us were not in touch with our feminine energy, our ability to receive. And this workshop is designed to help you become master at receiving the wisdom around us and recalibrating your womb to become the receiver signal that your maternal ancestral lineage wombs used to be at. So if you're interested, it's on the 7th of December and the link to sign up is below. It's happening in Kuala Lumpur. If you'd like to learn about the moon cycle, please stay tuned. I will be doing a workshop on that at some point. If you're interested in a session to be able to work better with your feminine energy, to recalibrate your feminine energy, to drop away all aspects of pain, hurt, that you have been holding on to, and the armor that you've been holding on to that's stopping you from surrendering to the feminine energy that is really trying to work itself into our life at the moment, contact me. I am able to also read your Vedic Astrology Birth Chart to look at any signals of generational or ancestral trauma in this space that may be holding you back. If you have any questions about this video, please let me know. A wonderful thing to do during a new moon in Scorpio is really just listen, because there's a lot of work to do around all the information that's going to come up after this point. Moons will just throw out emotional stuff that we need to deal with, and we need to deal with them. Do not push them off. The Mercury retrograde that's happening at the moment as well. Mercury retrogrades happen 3 to 4 times a year. And when they do happen, they bring up things that are unfinished that we need to finish. We did not finish them properly. And what you don't finish is going to sit around in your karma, cluttering things into the next lifetime. Work on this stuff. Do not ignore it. And if you need any assistance in finding out what it is that is unfinished, that you haven't finished, what it is that needs a refreshed perspective that you're holding on to, what it is that just needs reframing for you to see things differently, you know where to find me. If you have any questions, please use the comment box, or you can send me a WhatsApp message. All the details are in the link in my bio. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a lovely day. I hope that was helpful.